Good afternoon, students. So today's topic will be about spotters. So totally you will be getting 8 spotters for your exam. So amongst those, 6 of them will be about drugs from the different systems. And then 2 spotters, one will be a clinical chart and the other will be about one crude drug. So total we will be teaching you about 9 crude drugs. Okay. So when you get a spotter of a crude drug, you have to identify the spotter. You have to write the name of the crude drug, what it is, and you have to write one important clinical use of that crude drug. Okay. So total we have 9 spotters in crude drugs. So we have only one liquid. So usually we have, suppose if there are many liquids. So you identify what that liquid is with its consistency and the smell. How does it smell? So since you have only one liquid, it is quite easy to identify. So you can just go through them now, and after when you come back to the college, you can just see them once again. You can identify them once again. So you have only one liquid here, that is castor oil. A castor oil in Telugu, what do you call this? Avadam, Avadam Nuni. So this castor oil, it is thick in consistency and it is almost odorless. There is no smell. It doesn't have any particular smell. And it is obtained from Ricinus communis. That is the botanical name for castor seeds. So these are your castor seeds. Now you have another spotter for castor seeds. So this castor oil, it is obtained from castor seeds. Now what is its use? The most important use is it can be used as a laxative. Okay, to treat constipation, it can be used as a laxative. So since you need to write only one important use, it's enough if you write laxative. Other less important uses have anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antifungal. So this should not be your use, the most important use when you write in your exam. The most important use should be, it is used as a laxative. Okay. Then coming to the next slide, these are castor seeds. So we have 4 different types of seeds. So once you come back again, you can just compare, keep all the 4 seeds side by side and then you can compare and see. But otherwise the image which I have uploaded here, it is quite similar to the ones which we have here. So see, these are castor seeds. So they are oval in shape and they are brown and glossy and they are mottled. Their appearance looks mottled. So if it is hulled, that is, it has a hull over it, and these are seeds without hull. So this hull, this contains ricin. Okay, so these seeds, the botanical name for these seeds is Ricinus communis. So if there is a hull, there is a poisonous substance called ricin in the hull. So we don't have a therapeutic use for that. So when the seed is unhulled, okay, if the hull is removed from the seed, then it can be used to treat again constipation. See, the castor oil is obtained from this castor seed. So that is used as a laxative and it is used in the treatment of constipation. Okay. So this is about castor seeds. Then coming to the next seeds. So these are poppy seeds. Okay. Poppy seeds. Poppy seeds, these are mainly, in Telugu, you call them as gasagasalu. Then there is a particular opioid which is obtained from poppy. So if it was a class, I would have asked you. So I hope you are answering on the other side. So that will be morphine. Okay. So morphine, opioid morphine is obtained from poppy seeds. So these are very small to see. So if you see the size here, so the image which I have uploaded is exactly how you find them outside. Okay, these seeds are very small. Girls might be familiar. Boys, some of you, if you're cooking, you might be familiar with these. So this is the use, it will be condiment. So this is used as a condiment in cooking. Okay. Then other uses will be, since morphine is an opioid and it is obtained from poppy seeds. So what are the uses of morphine? It can be used as a sedative. It can be used as an analgesic, and it can be used as an antitussive. So these will be the uses of morphine, which is obtained from poppy seeds. Okay. So coming to the next seeds. So these are seeds of Nux vomica. So the shape will be exactly like how you see here. These are disc shaped and ash gray colored. Okay. So now what do they contain? They contain a poisonous, a toxic substance called strychnine. So here therapeutic use of strychnine is very less. So commonly it is a poison and it is used as a rodenticide and it's used to kill rodents, or it is used as a pesticide. Then one use can be, it is used in atonic dyspepsia. So atonic is loss of tone in the muscular wall of stomach, and dyspepsia is loss of appetite. So it can be used in that condition. But otherwise, if you have to write one use, you write that it is a toxic substance and it is used as a pesticide and a rodenticide. Okay. So seeds of Nux vomica contains strychnine. So these are datura seeds. These are the fourth type of seeds we have, datura seeds. So how are they looking? So they look almost like your chili seeds. Okay. And what is obtained from datura seeds? So atropine is obtained, then scopolamine, then hyoscine. So you can write the uses of atropine, scopolamine and hyoscine. So where do you use atropine? Atropine is commonly used in OP poisoning. That will be the most important use. Otherwise, you can also write Colicant, and it can be used as an anti-asthmatic. But the use of atropine for colic and asthma also is very less because there are better drugs which are available. So the most important use here will be organophosphorus poisoning. Okay. Then we have scopolamine, that is also obtained from datura seeds. So scopolamine is used in motion sickness. So how do they appear? They appear yellowish brown and they resemble chili seeds. Okay. So atropine, scopolamine and hyoscine are obtained from datura seeds, and these are the uses. OP poisoning, and for scopolamine you can write motion sickness. So the next one is gum acacia. See, even the spotter, when you see it outside, it will be just like this. So gum acacia, only two uses. It can be used as a demulcent. So what is a demulcent? It gives a soothing effect to the irritated mucous membrane, and it is used in topical preparations to promote wound healing. So this is gum acacia. Okay. So we have two barks, cinchona bark, and we have one more, Rauwolfia serpentina. We have roots of Rauwolfia serpentina. Okay. So here cinchona bark, what is obtained from cinchona? Quinine. So quinine, it is used as an anti-malarial drug, and it is effective almost all species of Plasmodium. And what is the another use is the D isomer of quinine, that is quinidine. Okay, D isomer of quinine, quinidine, it is used as an anti-arrhythmic. So two uses will be anti-malarial and anti-arrhythmic. So what is obtained from cinchona bark? Quinine. So these are roots of Rauwolfia serpentina. Okay. So when you see it outside, it will be exactly like this. And what is obtained from Rauwolfia serpentina? Reserpine is obtained. So the most important use of reserpine is anti-hypertensive. But even like that also it is not being used because better drugs are available for hypertension. Similarly, it can be used as an antipsychotic, but that use also has declined. But rather, Nowadays, it is being used as an adjunctive drug, as an additional drug along with another antipsychotic. Then we have Huntington's disease. So for the dyskinesia, the involuntary movements in Huntington's disease, there you can use reserpine. That is also a lesser important use because even for that we have better drugs which are available. So what is the important use? Hypertension. So reserpine is used for hypertension. It is used as an antihypertensive drug. Antihypertensive, antipsychotic, and it is used to treat dyskinesia in Huntington's disease. So the last slide, so the last quarter as well, these are senna leaves. Okay? Senna leaves, they are used to treat, they are used as a laxative. So again, it is used to treat constipation, then irritable bowel syndrome. So irritable bowel syndrome is something where you have alternating constipation and diarrhea. So if constipation is a problem, then you can give these senna leaves. So they are used as a laxative. And in hemorrhoids. So hemorrhoids, what you should do? The stool should be softened because the pain of hemorrhoids, it's very painful. So you need to soften the stool. So again, you give a laxative in hemorrhoids and again for weight loss. So senna leaves, they can be used to treat constipation, irritable bowel syndrome, hemorrhoids, and for weight loss. So how many spotters? So once again, let's go through all the spotters. Total 9 spotters. First one is castor oil. Then we have 4 seeds, castor seeds, poppy seeds, seeds of Nux vomica, datura seeds. If you see the order of the size, Nux vomica are the biggest of all. Then comes castor seeds. They are a little smaller than those. They're oval in shape. Nux vomica seeds are disc shaped. Then datura seeds. Next in size will be, in order of size, next will be datura seeds. So if you know a chili seed, how it is, datura seeds looks exactly like that and of the same size. Then the last one will be your poppy seeds. So you know how they look, poppy seeds, because we use them in cooking. So datura seeds, poppy seeds, castor seeds, and Nux vomica seeds. Okay, castor seeds, poppy seeds, Nux vomica, and datura seeds. So then we have gum acacia, then 1 root and 1 bark, cinchona bark, and Rauwolfia serpentina, root of Rauwolfia serpentina. Then the last but not the least, senna leaves. So only 1 leaf you have, senna leaves. So this is about crude drugs. Go through all these. Just remember one important use and remember how to identify them. So my next class will be on spotters on, I think, hormones. So there we will discuss what are the drugs which we will keep in hormones for your exam and what are the possible questions for those related drugs. Okay. Thank you.